I do want to get to the Niners, man. It's playoff time. It's playoff time. And number one, as I've been stewing and as you got this week started off, I've listened to the first hour on Monday, Shaska. You're on absolute fire. First of all, screw the NFL, again, for playing the 49ers. How are they not in prime time? How are they not in prime time Saturday?
I don't want them on, primetime Saturday.
Saturday night.
I don't want them on that Monday game.
No,
they don't
Monday.
deserve to be on a short week the following week.
No, screw that.
I'm okay with it.
Screw that.
I don't love the 1:30 game on Saturday.
I don't.
I prefer the evening game.
That's for the Texans.
Yeah.
AFC South Division champion. That's that 1:30 slot for them.
Yeah, the final ever Candlestick playoff game was Colin Kaepernick versus Aaron Rodgers.
Saturday night.
It's a Saturday night.
But even 2019, they hosted the Vikings on a Saturday at 1:30 to kick off the second round of the playoffs.
And they did it against New Orleans as well.
I mean, the Niners are a marquee franchise. You're going to put Jacksonville and the Chargers on at Saturday night over the Niners and Hawks? And look, the Niners and Hawks rivalry's back. It's back. Pete Carroll Company, they're going to come in chomping at the bit. They're going to be talking. The 12s are
Pete's
already
selling it.
He's saying, dude,
we have to face the Niners. Like no one's giving us a chance, and they shouldn't.
Oh, he's playing it, dude. And look, they got a shot.
Pete's a legend.
And they've got a shot. They've got a shot. It's going to be raining. Deommodore Lenore worries me.
Oh, yeah.
He worries me. The back end of the secondary. Every single week, Shasky. Every single week. And I know they cleaned it up against Arizona, but that's David Blau. All right? Geno's slightly better than that. They should be able to handle business.
I asked a question yesterday, and I would love your opinion on it. Was this the finest individual season, start to finish, any defensive player has had for the 49ers in the last 30, 40 years? Because obviously Ronnie Lott's had some amazing years. We know that Deion Sanders missed a couple games, had an amazing year. Willis has had phenomenal seasons. Dana Stubblefield. Like, there's lots of guys that have had individual. In terms of what one man can do and the gravity that he can create and the different pressure that he can create to make others look good on the on the field, was this the best season and dominance-wise in the fourth quarter that you've ever seen from a player? From the Niners?
I'm guessing you're going Nick Bosa.
I think it's up there. I don't know where I've got it.
Yeah,
it's pretty damn good.
We can start there. Nick Bosa.
Deion.
Well, Deion's in the conversation. Navarro Bowman season.
2013, which I referenced yesterday.
Navarro Bowman season 2013. Because it started off in... Was that the season they started off in Lambeau Field? Mm-hmm. The first game of the season?
Mm-hmm. Where David Akers came in. No, 2013 was the following year. This was the year they acquired Anquan Bolden. He threw 400 yards, and Bolden had 200 yards on opening day.
I think... We always talk about Navarro Bowman's 2013, and it was special. He should have been a Defensive Player of the Year. I thought his 2012 was equally as good.
Yeah, Willis was good, too, in 2012, though. He was really good.
But remember, Bowman was playing on third down, and Willis was on the bench.
Yeah.
When they went dime defense, Bowman, and remember, he picked off Aaron Rodgers at Lambeau Field to start that season. Mm-hmm. He made the play in the NFC Championship game against the Atlanta Falcons.
Tony Gonzalez.
So, Navarro Bowman's 2-year stretch from 2012 through the end of that NFC Championship game, there's not many players who played better defensive football than Bowman over that 2-year stretch. Bosa's up there.
Because, like, what Bosa does allows Fred Warner to run around and Dre Greenlaw to hit the gaps, and then obviously makes Deommodore Lenore look better. And how many different interceptions did Sean Gibson have this year that were a direct result of Bosa cracking somebody?
Absolutely. When I think of Bowman, I'm going to make the case for Bowman. I don't know where I stand with that. Bosa's got an argument, and Bosa turns his game up in the playoffs. There's no doubt about that. Dana Stubblefield had a great year, but I remember he was quiet at times when he won DPOY.
Yeah.
Bryant Young's had some years. I don't know if they've been as impactful as Nick Bosa.
In terms of winning and losing, too.
But like Bowman, the thing I remember about Bowman was you could just leave him on a running back and you didn't even have to worry.
Well, yeah, he held Danny Tomlinson in check. He did it on numerous occasions.
If Fred Warner Jr. and Drake Greenlaw was out there in space against a running back, you feel a little nervous.
Yeah.
Or against a tight end, you feel a little nervous. Bowman was guarding running backs and tight ends like it was nothing.
His tackle rate in terms of like missed tackles versus tackles is one of the best of all time.
Then he was a very good blitzer.
Yep. He had the spin move.
Very good blitzer, always disruptive. Yeah. Had to play on fourth down in that NFC Championship game in the Georgia Dome against Matt Ryan and the Falcons.
And would have had in the 2011 NFC Championship game the strip on Ahmed Bradshaw, which should have been a strip.
The strip there. You should have had the fumble in Seattle when you got hurt on that play and you ended up with the football.
I still don't know how he got that ball. That was one of the most incredible, as his leg is getting snapped in 3 different directions.
But it speaks to also Nick Bosa's greatness. To to have your season compared with that Bowman stretch,
That's what I'm saying.
with Ronnie Lott,
Yeah.
with anything Charles Haley has done, with anything Merton Hanks has done, Deion Sanders, Tim McDonald,
Yeah.
Zach Bronson, 7 interceptions, had a great, fantastic year. What was that, 01, 02?
Yeah,
One of those years when they
picked
they
off
made the
Peyton a couple
playoffs.
times.
Picked off Peyton. He had the big pick in Soldier Field against Chicago and Shane Matthews.
If you go Zach Bronson, I immediately go Lance Schulters.
yeah, I love Hofstra.
Look
Hofstra
at
College.
you.
Lance Schulters on the coaching staff with the LA Rams last year when they won the Super Bowl.
No
How about
way.
that? Yes.
With the gold tooth?
I don't know if he had the gold tooth.
The
but he
gold
was
tooth
on that
was so
coaching
sick.
staff. He was on that coaching staff. I miss Schulters when he moved on to
He
Tennessee.
was nice.
He was good. I remember Matt with the coach's clicker. Kept, look at Lance Schulters, and boom, he puts his helmet in there. Boom, puts his helmet in there. Boom, and he had the coach's clicker going back and forth for Lance Schulters. But Bosa's season
It was incredible.
it was incredible. And during the playoffs, he steps his game up to another level. Now, he got a little quiet in the NFC title game because he got doubled a lot and he ran out of gas. But his season was special, and it's going to end with the DPOY. There's no doubt about that. He was all-time great. I'm a little disappointed he get to 20 sacks because that was a big number. I was
Yeah.
like, there's no way he can get to 20 sacks.
Well, he missed a game and a half.
Missed a game and a half.
He wasn't right for a couple games.
Fell short of Alden Smith's 19 and a half sack single season record for the 49ers. But Nick Bosa, all-time great. And he's going to have to be great for the 49ers if they want to get to Glendale.
He already holds the postseason sack record for the 49ers. And you think about it, like, this is his window. I was thinking about this with J.J. Watt kind of retiring. We think these guys are going to play, like Bruce Smith played forever.
Mm-hmm.
To get to 200 sacks, you got to play like 17 years.
Got to play forever.
Right? Like, even Michael Strahan, he played forever. Like, some of these guys played for so long. With J.J. Watt making the amount of money that he did, is it any surprise that he wanted to walk away with his body somewhat intact? Like, I get it. It makes sense.
J.J. Watt looked good on Sunday.
No, you didn't see my tweet?
No.
I'll
What's your tweet?
say it on air then.
Say it on air.
If I was talking to Jed and John and Kyle, who am I would say, you know what Eddie D would have done? He'd have picked up the phone.
Oh, my gosh.
He would have picked up the phone. He would have said, are you sure you want to retire? Are you sure you don't want to pull an Andy Pettit or Roger Clemens and come in the middle of training camp and just be a situational pass rusher?
Oh, my gosh. That would be genius. But he doesn't even need to do that. You don't have to come back middle of training camp. You come back in mid-November.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll pick you up at SFO like we did Kevin Green.
Yes.
Remember they picked up Kevin Green in like November?
You wouldn't take him right now? He deserves a ring.
They signed Charles Haley for a playoff game.
I know.
Everybody forgets to catch two with T.O.
Who was the safety playing linebacker for the Rams last year who was playing basketball?
Oh, Eric Weddle. They signed up for the playoffs.
Yeah.
I will tell J.J. Watt, hey, you want to go win a championship? If we're in a position to win a championship, I think J.J. Watt's going to sit. I think J.J. Watt will come back next year. He knows he's got something left in the tank. You can't end your career like that.
He looked great.
He cannot end his career like that with Arizona.
With Bosa.
Oh, my gosh. Eddie D would totally do that.
That's an Eddie D move.
He did that. He did that.
Richard Dent, Ricky Jackson.
Remember the game Rice came back and he tore his knee up on that Monday night against the Broncos, the year the Broncos went to the Super Bowl.
And catching a touchdown pass.
Catching a touchdown pass, and he tore his knee up on the touchdown pass. Kevin Green had a fumble recovery for a touchdown that game.
I love Kevin Green.
And I remember when they picked him up for the airport. I think it was either
best lettuce in Niner history.
Fred Inglis, Marky Banez, or Joe Fonte, KTVU. At the airport, SFO, Kevin Green getting off the flight with the gym bag and the hair. Yeah. Like, I'm coming in to sign with the 49ers.
In the Jordache jeans.
In the Jordache. He signed Charles Haley.
Tucked in shirt. The tucked in t-shirt into the Jordache jeans.
I'll never forget KTVU being at the airport at SFO to go get Kevin Green, right? Charles Haley, they signed up for a playoff game against Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers.
When I was watching him, J.J. Watt.
I would totally do that with J.J. Watt.
All day.
Sunday, did you go to the game Sunday?
No, I didn't.
So
I
was
stayed
at
home.
the game Sunday. Yeah. 99 was everywhere.
Your boy had to... we're now here. Yes, 91 was everywhere, but I had to stay home because I had to dispose of the multiple trees in the house. And I'll admit to you this. This is full admitting, okay? Wow. I said this to Michelle.
Wow.
While I love the smell of a real tree, there's something beautiful about it. I have got little, whatever they're called, the little leaves of the tree all over the house. And while I was trying to take the lights off, the ornaments, repackage everything, I said to Michelle, maybe Bonte's onto something with the fake tree. The putting it away of all the stuff, nothing fit in the box. You know,
I'm so glad you came around.
And then the disposal of the tree, and then I'm gonna have tree stuff all over. There is glitter. That's the other thing. I told you I banned glitter wrapping from the house. I'm banning glitter ornaments from the house. Glitter's everywhere.
You know what? We're just apologies. Apologies galore.
I admitted that I think you're onto something. So I said to her, maybe next year, one real tree,
You didn't
one
tell her
fake
that.
tree.
What did she say?
I said, no. And I was like, all right, well, that ended that.
Dude,
real
tell
quick.
me, fake tree's the way to go. Fake tree's the way to go.
We now have 3 giant plastic containers filled with ornaments and lights.
That's too much.
Yeah,
that's.
I'm well aware.
So you missed the game Sunday. I was there, obviously, with a little bubble gut, so I was locked in. But even my boy Diego and Zuri, who they sit next to us in section 227, Baby Chaz is going crazy. I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to make it. JJ Watt was flashing, and I was like, damn, he still got something left in the tank. He'll be nice on the contender. I swear to God, that thought went through my head.
You're telling me, like, if you were running the 49ers, you wouldn't, but hey, JJ, I know you want to spend time with your family. We don't even need you all year. We just need you in situations.
Come in November.
Yeah, that's the Andy Pettit. Missed the first 3 months of the season. I'm ready for the playoffs.
Come in November. I have no problem. Pull Odell Beckham Jr.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Do that.
They could use him, and I know the defensive line's our strongest. Guys like him, he's a butt kicker.
By the way,
that dude's a beast.
I think Spadoni was just in my ear. It was Fred Inglis at the airport to go meet Kevin Green.
That's a name I haven't heard in so long.
Is that great knowledge? I don't know what he's up to. Is that great knowledge?
That's phenomenal.
Come on, I remember now. It was like Kevin Green's coming to the Niners.
You've had a lot of time off.
Dude,
you're sharp today.
Dude, I couldn't wait to get out the house. I'm telling you, I couldn't sleep last night. Full disclosure, folks, I come in about 6:08. I wake up. First of all, I go to bed after the Warriors game. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I can't believe they lost this freaking game. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let it get me down. Back on the roast tomorrow. I can't wait to be back to work. Been in the house for 2.5 straight days. I'm going crazy, right? It's just too much.
Seeing me just get all the shine.
Actually didn't see anything, but I'm glad you did get to shine. You did a great job, and I'm sure you liked it. I'm sure Shasky was like, hey, I've never got so many texts from everybody. Hey, you sure you don't want to take another day off? I was like, damn, y'all don't want me back? Trying to buy me out here? I'm on a 2-way contract, but geez, all of a sudden, we're talking about the ratings being great in year 2022. What have you done for me in 2023? Oh, you're sick. Bye-bye. Go away. Like, damn, I'm chopped liver now?
Well, I just don't want you to get anyone else here sick.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
I'm sure that's what it is.
Just stay away from me.
I'm sure that's what it is.
We're going to do some social distancing today, Bonte.
Yeah, we have done none of that today. None of that.
That's a word or a phrase I haven't heard in a long time. Social distancing.
Aren't you happy that word has gone away?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very happy.
So anyway, so the Niners, so the rating stuff, whatever, all that stuff. I was like, I can't wait to get back to talk some 49er football about, playoffs in Seattle with Shanahan and
everything. How about
everything.
Sennett Benson being compared to Brock Purdy? We're already here.
So, I was supposed to be at that national championship game.
No, I didn't. Please tell.
So I was going to
Please explain.
All right, you got, 888-957-9570. If anybody's jacked up, hey,